I'm Steph, and today we're going to go into a vinyasa flow for the root chakra. For this practice, you might want to have two blocks and a strap handy in case you need them. This roots flow practice is a practice for the first chakra. Let's start in child's pose, big toes together, knees wide. Relax your forehead either down to the floor or down on a block. And start to find a groundedness here in this pose. Just allow yourself to be supported by the earth beneath you. Breathing deeply, start to shift your awareness away from being connected to all that is around you and draw that awareness inward. Focus your attention on your breath. Start to breathe a little bit deeper and see if you might add just an extra moment onto every inhale that you take. And then add an extra second onto every exhale. And as you tap into the stability of the earth underneath you, know that with every breath in, you're drawing energy in and up from the earth beneath you into your entire being. And on the out breaths, you're sending your energy back into the earth to be recycled back into the universe in a way that is meaningful. The first chakra, muladhara, means root support. This chakra is connected to the earth element and to our physical self. When in balance, we feel stable and safe. Our needs are met. We're fully supported. This chakra is located at the base of the spine and throughout our entire lower bodies, our feet, ankles, and legs. See if you might bring your awareness into your lower body. Breathe into that space and know that we are going to be awakening the qualities of the root chakra throughout this practice. Stability, courage, safety, and strength. See if you might, throughout the duration of this practice, connect to those places in your body that are connected to the earth. The hands, knees, shins, tops of the feet, maybe your forehead. Take a deep inhale here, all the way in. Exhale, let it go. And reach the arms out a little further in front of you. Plant the palms down into the ground and start to shift up into a tabletop pose. Shoulders stacked over wrists, hips stacked over knees. Let's draw our attention to our feet as we start to move through cat-cows. Drop the belly, roll the shoulders together, and turn the gaze up on the inhale as you tuck the toes, connecting them to the earth. On the exhale, round the spine, round the shoulders, draw the belly in as you untuck the toes and bring the tops of the feet flat to the mat. Again, inhale, drop the belly, arch the back, gaze up, toes tuck. Exhale, round the back, round the shoulders, tuck the chin, and flatten the tops of the feet to the earth. And third time is a charm. Inhale, cow pose, lift up and tuck the toes. Exhale, cat pose. Turn in and press the earth away as you flatten the tops of the feet. On your next inhale, find a neutral spine and extend the right leg long behind you. Tuck the right toes at the back of the mat as you begin to rock forward and backwards. See if you might awaken the calf, the foot. Tune in to anything that you may be feeling here. Any opening, any space you create. Now pause in a neutral space and spin the back heel flat to the earth as you reach your right arm up to the sky and open the right hip, modified side plank. You might turn the gaze up towards the right hand if that feels right. Otherwise, it may be down towards the left hand. Relax through the shoulders as they draw naturally down the back. And then slowly start to make your way up with the left foot kickstanding behind you. Know that you can use a blanket underneath the left shin or ankles if that feels right for you. Drop the right hand down the right leg as the left arm begins to extend up towards the sky. Gate pose as you side bend over the right leg. Breathe in. Full inhale here. Feel grounded. And as you exhale and the torso lifts back to center, The arms come into a T shape. Gaze back out over towards your right toes as you point those right toes towards the short edge of the mat and bend the right knee, coming into a kneeling version of Warrior Two pose. Let the gaze drift out over the right fingertips. Relax the shoulders and spread the collarbones wide as you breathe deeply and notice the openness of the hips. Now, if you might, begin to lift the pelvic floor, muladhara. Connect with the base of the spine as we feel that root to rise sensation. Right palm flips up to the sky and the left hand comes to the left hip as we lean back on an inhale and reverse our kneeling warrior. Notice that you aren't dumping into either side and you're staying long through both sides of the body. Take another deep breath in and on an exhale, come back to neutral. Straighten the right leg and let the right toes point again towards the long edge of the mat with the arms out in a T shape as you look over towards the left hand and then plant the left hand down underneath the left shoulder and extend the right arm back up to the sky for modified side plank. Option to take the left toes and point them towards the right foot and maybe the right leg floats off the mat. Right toes pointing up as you lift, lift, lift. Breathe in deeply here. And know that if you wobble, you fall, you feel unsteady, that's great news. It's a chance to reconnect to the earth beneath you and come back into the shape. As you exhale, release the right leg down and spin into tabletop pose. Take a few hip circles here, maybe some cat-cows, whatever you need to release any tension that you're holding, and keep the groundedness through the hands. And when you're ready on an inhale, extend the left leg back behind you. Left toe is tucking at the back of the mat. Start to shift your weight forward and back here from the toes into the hands. You may feel some opening in the left foot or the calf. Just notice what you're feeling. And then we pause in a neutral place, spin the back left foot flat and extend the right arm to the sky. Find our modified side plank. Find some stability and strength throughout your legs. And slowly the upper body lifts to stack over the hips. Reach through the front right fingertips and extend back through your left leg. Left toes, relax the shoulders down the back. On an inhale, flip the right palm up as the left hand finds its place somewhere on the back left leg. Begin to reach the right arm up and back as you enjoy the sweet side bend gate pose. Breathe deeply and continue to breathe into your sense of stability and strength. Another full breath here into the side body. And on the exhale, slowly lift the torso back to neutral, stacking shoulders over hips. Point your left toes to the short edge of the mat and bend your left knee as the arms remain in a T. And you shift your gaze out over the left fingertips for kneeling warrior two. Remember, you can always use a blanket to support you in these kneeling postures. Relax through the shoulders, breathe deeply, and engage your muladhara. Stay strong through the pelvic floor, yet relax through the shoulders. Sink a bit deeper and flip the front left palm to the sky as your right hand finds the right hip and you reach your left palm up and back for a kneeling reverse warrior. Keep the bend in the left knee and breathe in fully. As you exhale, lift the torso to stack back over the shoulders. Keep the T in the arms and straighten the left leg as you pivot the left toes towards the long edge of the mat. Take a look down to the right, and the right hand comes right underneath the right shoulder, grounding in as we find modified side plank. The left arm reaches up towards the sky. The left leg might begin to float off the mat as the left toes point up towards the face. The gaze can be down towards the right hand or up towards the left hand. Know that if you feel unsteady or if you wobble, it's okay to embrace that. No worries. As you exhale, release everything that's lifted back down to the mat and find your tabletop pose. Take any movement that you need here. And then crawl the hands back to the knees. Come to sitting on your heels for just a beat. Relax the shoulders, and on an inhale, come to stand on the knees and lift the arms up to the sky as you begin to reach side to side, almost like you're climbing. So we're starting to awaken the side body here and tap into our Ida and Pingala nadis, tapping into those energy channels of yin and yang, right and left, solar, lunar. Lift up through both arms and breathe in, finding stillness. And on your exhale, pull the navel in towards the spine and fold forward into child's pose, grounding down through the hands. Now take a glance up towards the hands, slide forward onto the belly, and line the fingertips up with the center of the chest. Untuck the toes and press the tops of the feet into the earth as you inhale into a low cobra pose. Squeeze the elbows in, lift the heart, roll the chest open. Exhale, lower back down. Tuck the toes, straighten the legs, and lift up into a plank pose. Maybe the knees stay grounded. From here, we shift back into downward facing dog. Take an inhale here and press back. As you exhale, lower down on the knees and shift back to sit on the heels. And we're going to flow this. So on an inhale, extend the arms up and come to stand on the knees. As you exhale, lower into your extended child's pose. Inhale, glide forward in onto your belly into low cobra. Exhale back down to your chest. Inhale up, plank pose. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale, drop down on the knees. Exhale, sit back on the heels, hands to thighs. Last time, inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale to child's pose, lower down. Inhale, look forward and glide forward into low cobra. Exhale down onto your chest. Inhale, tuck the toes and lift up into your plank. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale, drop onto the knees. Exhale, sit back on the heels, hands to thighs. From here, ground the hands in front of you as you find your tabletop, and then shift back to a wide-legged downward facing dog. So bring the feet a bit wider than you normally would, and then we're going to swivel the heels over to the right. They may not touch the ground. Inhale back to center. Exhale, swivel the heels over to the left, get a nice stretch. Inhale back to center. Exhale, bend the knees deeply, lower the heels down, the chest reaches towards the thighs. Inhale, rise back up 2 more times like this. Exhale, bend the knees deeply, lower the chest towards the thighs as you root and ground. Inhale, rise back up to downward facing dog. Exhale, lower the chest to the thighs as the knees bend deeply and you ground. Inhale, rise back up into your downward facing dog. Pause here in downward facing dog and breathe. Connect with your inhales and your exhales. Connect with your feet and hands rooted into the earth. On an inhale, glide forward to plank or maybe knees, chest, chin. Inhale up, cobra or upward facing dog, always your choice. Exhale back, downward facing dog. And again, inhale forward to plank, lower down, chaturanga, and inhale through upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Take an inhale here, and with your exhale, crawl the hands back to the feet and find a forward fold at the back of the mat, a slight bend in the knees. Fingertips reach towards the ground. Maybe the fingertips even graze the earth and find that sense of being grounded here. Take another deep breath here, back into center. Start to heel toe your feet out to the sides. Turn the toes out and turn the heels in a bit as we bend the knees deeply into Malasana, yogi style squat. You can always sit on a block here if that's what's right for you. The hands come to the heart and elbows press into the inner thighs to help us find that openness through the hips. Make sure your knees are pointed in the same direction as the toes. Engage Mula Bandha and send your awareness right into that root lock. Now the right hand comes to the inside of the right leg, fingertips down to a block or the floor, and the left arm reaches all the way up to the sky. Inhale here as you expand, and then on the exhale, let the left arm come behind the low back. Maybe the left hand grabs onto the shirt, maybe you find a full bind, maybe you use the strap to help you make the connection, keeping the hands a bit wide on the strap. Stay grounded through the feet, lifted through the pelvic floor, and lifting long through the crown of the head as you inhale. As you exhale, slowly release the bind. Left arm reaches back up on the inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take the left fingertips out to the left side in front of the left thigh. Reach your right arm to the sky and open wide as you take a deep inhale. On the exhale, bend the right elbow and relax the right hand behind the back. Maybe you grab onto your shirt. Maybe you find the full bind and connect right hand to left. Maybe you use a strap to make that connection. Take another deep breath in here. And as you exhale, slowly unbind and reach the right arm back up to the sky on an inhale. Exhale, hands come back to heart center. Take a nice inhale here. And on the exhale, let the hands come to the earth. Heel toe the feet back in and begin to straighten the legs to your own degree into a forward fold. Inhale, flat back, lift halfway. Exhale, fold all the way back down to the earth. Crawl the hands out into a plank pose. Option to take a vinyasa or shift on back into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, on an inhale, the right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Put a bend in the right knee and stay up on the back left toes. So the right arm reaches up to the sky, coming into a gentle twist. Stay here or ground through the left hand as you spin your left heel flat and step the right foot either halfway back or all the way back into side plank pose. If the top hip tries to sway, think about trying to stack it back on top of the bottom hip. Lift, lift, lift as you inhale. And on the exhale, find your plank pose. Big inhale here. Exhale, step the right foot to the outer edge of the right hand and step the left foot to the outer edge of the left hand as you come into your yogi squat malasana. Option to sit on a block here, hands at heart center. Press down through the feet and on an inhale, straighten the legs and rise up into upward salute. Big inhale here. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bend the knees and lift the arms up for chair pose on an inhale. Relax through the shoulders and sink down and back a bit more. Take a deep breath in here, and as you exhale, forward fold. Lift halfway up on the inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Step back for plank, and then shift back to downward facing dog. Or you can always take a vinyasa if that's what your body needs here. On the next inhale, the left leg rises, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the left foot between the hands. The right hand stays planted underneath the right shoulder. Sweep the left arm up to the sky, coming into a gentle twist. You may stay right here, or you may spin the right heel flat and step the left foot either halfway back or all the way back for side plank pose. Stay lifted through the hips as you breathe in deeply. Pull the navel in, feel into your strength. And on the exhale, find stability as you come back into plank pose. Take an inhale here in plank, and then exhale, step the left foot to the outer edge of the left hand, and step the right foot to the outer edge of the right hand as you find your yogi squat malasana. Option to sit on a block if that's what's best. Lift up through the pelvic floor and lift through the crown of the head. Take an inhale here, straighten the legs, and send the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bend the knees, sink the hips, chair pose. Full inhale like this. On the exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, step back to plank. Take an inhale here. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Now we're going to find a little flow, one breath per movement. But remember that your body knows best. So if it makes sense to find a child's pose, please listen to your body. Inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, right foot steps between the hands. Stay up on the back left toes. Inhale, right arm up to the sky. Exhale, side plank. Step the right foot back if you choose. Take an inhale here. Exhale, come into your plank pose, slow and steady. Inhale, step the right foot wide and then the left foot. Exhale, find malasana. Inhale, come all the way up, maybe palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale back, chair pose, hips sink. Exhale, forward fold, dive down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, feet step back, find your plank. And then on the exhale, shift back to downward facing dog, or maybe you choose the vinyasa. Last time, inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, left foot steps between the hands. Inhale, left arm lifts for a twist. Exhale, step back, side plank. Step the left foot back if you choose. Take an inhale here. Exhale, plank pose, strong and stable. Inhale, step the left foot in and then the right. Exhale into the yogi squat. Inhale, we rise. Maybe the palms connect. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, chair pose, hips sink back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale into your forward fold. Inhale, find your plank. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and then sigh it out, lion's breath. Now walk the feet in towards the hands. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we rise and the hands circle up and land at heart center. And let's begin to shift our weight into the right foot as the left leg floats out in front of us, left knee bent. We know where we're going. We're heading to tree. But today, let's focus on rooting down through the right foot and tapping into the strength inside of us. Activate the core. Now, the sole of the left foot can come maybe onto the ground, to the inside of the right ankle, just below the knee, or all the way up the right thigh. Send the arms wherever it makes sense for you as you root down. Take another inhale, and then point the left knee forward. Step back into a crescent pose. Inhale here, and then spin open for warrior two on the exhale. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Right arm to right thigh, left arm up to the sky, or maybe it reaches out overhead. Option to take a bind here if that feels good. You can use the strap if you'd like. Release any tension that you might be holding in the face, and take another inhale as you release. Flip the front palm to the sky, lean back, reverse your warrior, and exhale, cartwheel the hands down, find your plank. You may find a vinyasa, or maybe you shift back into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here, and then slowly walk the feet in towards the hands on the exhale. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we rise and circle the arms up to the sky. Exhale, the hands meet at heart center. Now let's start to shift the weight into the left foot and lift the right leg, keeping it bent as you balance. Maybe you start to open the knee out to the side and find your tree pose. Toes can come down to the ground, into the ankle, below the knee, or way up the thigh. Find whatever arm variation works for you as you root to rise. Lift the pelvic floor. Take an inhale as you point the right knee forward, releasing tree pose. And on the exhale, step the right foot back into crescent lunge. Deep breath in here. Exhale, back heel spins flat, and we open up into warrior two. Inhale, flip the front palm to the sky, lean back, reverse your warrior. Exhale, find your extended side angle, left elbow to left thigh, right arm sweeps up and overhead. Option to take that bind. Bring the hand behind the low back if that's right for you. Wherever you are, take a few breaths here and find that stability through the lower body as you ground through the feet. If you're in a bind, slowly start to unbind. And as you inhale, reverse your warrior all the way back. Exhale, plant the hands for plank pose. Option to take a vinyasa or flow on back to downward facing dog. Deep breath in downward facing dog. And as you exhale, slowly drop down on the knees. Crawl the knees forward, cross the ankles, and roll back onto the sit bones. And let's bring the soles of the feet together for bound angle. So you can bring blocks under the knees if you'd like. And today we're going to do something a bit strange. So we're going to interlace the fingers around the toes, kind of like this, the same way we would interlace our fingers with each other. So the right hand comes to the left foot, and we interlace the right fingers with the left toes. And then the left hand comes to the right foot, and we interlace the right fingers with the left toes. So this looks a bit strange, but we trust the science of the practice. And this actually hydrates the soft tissues of the body. And our fascia starts at the bottom of the toes and works its way up through the foot, through the back of the leg, the whole back body. So we see that everything is interconnected. So when we're practicing for our root, we're still connected to spirit at the same time. So today we're doing something a little different with these connective tissues. Maybe use the hands to kind of wiggle the toes and the toe mound around, kind of get these tissues moving and flowing. And we're hydrating our tissues, which is promoting an overall sense of well-being and health. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, release. Give the fingers and the toes a little wiggle. And if you use blocks, you can scoot those off to the sides. And we make our way onto our backs. Hug the knees into the chest when you make your way down. Gently rock side to side if that feels good. Full deep inhale. And with the exhale, drop both knees to the right as you cactus the arms and the head might even go over to the left. Gentle, easy twist. See if you might continue to draw the energy up from the earth beneath you as you find this twist to end your practice. Let the breath flow. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, knees come back to the chest. Deep breath in here. On the next exhale, the knees drop to the left. Arms are cactus out, and the head might drop over to the right. If you need to shift your hips around, do what you need to do to find that sweet spot for the spine. Breathe deeply here. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, use your core to draw the knees back into the chest. And we find a happy baby. So knees come out to the sides, ankles stack over the knees or thereabout, depending on your body. Hands reach onto the feet or the ankles, maybe the shins, and we rock back and forth. Few breaths here. Now curl yourself into a ball, deep breath in, and as you exhale, relax into Shavasana, today with the palms face down to find that sense of being rooted and grounded. Feel that connection to courage and strength that you cultivated in your practice today as we stay rooted throughout our relaxation. Please stay here for as long as you can and know that the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.